Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. So I made this dish the other day and I put it out on my platforms and I really got a positive response from it. I've had a few requested recipes to be done for it. So here it is, my oxtail link with cow skin link up with chicken foot. You definitely don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned.
Hashtag, I'm a big deal. I'm a big deal. Very, very, very important for it.
So yeah guys, so here is my oxtail, my chicken foot and my cow skin. Now all I'm gonna do now is go ahead and start prepping these meat. So the first thing I'm going to tackle is the chicken foot, and I'm literally cutting off the claws. Now as you can see where the little joint there is, just literally you can use a knife or a scissors, just use it and just cut those off. If you're new to my channel guys, thank you so much for coming. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on your post notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Now what I'm doing here is just literally cutting out this little middle piece of the chicken foot, because you know sometimes it's a little bit hard or it can look a little bit dirty, so I do like to cut those out. Now moving on to my cow skin. Now I do like to go and just give it a little rub, you know, just to get rid of any excess, you know, stuff that can be on there, and also on the skin as well. Just, you know, sometimes there may be hair on it, or what you can do is you can just literally turn your cooker on and just burn this off. When I'm done doing this, I'm just gonna cut it with my scissors. You can cut it with your knife. I'm using my scissors, you know, into like literally, you know, mouthful pieces, if you can say mouthful, but yeah. Now what I'm going to do with the oxtail is I'm just going to literally try and cut off any little, you know, fat that I can get to, you know, because oxtail can be a really fatty meat. So any little fat that I can cut off, then I'm going to go ahead and just literally cut them off. Now this is what I'm going to use to season up. So I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon. As you know, Maggi is one of my favorite seasoning. A tablespoon of the Maggi all-purpose. I'm going to go ahead with about 1.5 teaspoons of the complete seasoning, and I'm also going to go in with about 1 teaspoon of the adobo. I'm going to go ahead and add about 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, about 1 teaspoon of garlic and herb seasoning, about 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and roughly about 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. I'm also going to go ahead and add about 1 teaspoon of browning. Now I don't like to add too much browning because I don't like when the meat looks too dark. So I'm going to also go ahead and add about 1 teaspoon of olive oil just to combine everything together. Now about the browning, what I like to do is just go in with a little bit of browning, and then towards the end of the dish, if it needs more, then I will add more. Now, you know, when you season your meat, listen, I saw your meat for look, you know, like it have something on it. You know, one thing I always say, if the meat looks good enough to eat when it's seasoned, listen, it have got taste good enough. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead now and add some onion, scallion, thyme, scotch bonnet pepper, and I added some garlic, crushed garlic, like as you can see, crushed garlic. Now once I seasoned my meat, what I did this overnight. Now I just literally put it in a Ziploc bag and just left it in the fridge. Now when you're ready to cook, I took it out about 20 minutes before I actually put it in the pot. Now I'm using coconut oil. Now you can go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of your coconut oil. Mine solidified, but as you see, as soon as it hit the heat, it turned to liquid. So just gonna go ahead now and start adding my oxtail, because I want to brown the oxtail first. Now what you want to do is make sure you scrape off the excess seasoning, hence the scallion, the onion, the thyme, etc., before you put it in the pot. Now I'm literally just gonna brown off my oxtail. Now I did this for about 4 to 5 minutes each side. Once I was happy with how I browned my oxtail, I'm just gonna go ahead with the same thing, remove all the excess seasoning and just add the cow skin to the pot. Now what I'm gonna do is just add some water and I'm gonna pressure this. So I would recommend you pressuring this for about 15 minutes. You can check it after 15 minutes to see where the meat is. If it needs more pressuring, go ahead and pressure it for a few more minutes. If it doesn't, then you can go ahead and add your chicken foot. Now once I added the chicken foot, I pressured this for about another, I'd say roughly about 12 minutes. But I must say, every cooker is different, so always make sure that your meat is cooked thoroughly before serving. Now once my chicken foot was cooked, I went in and added some extra onions, garlic, bell peppers, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of tin tomato. As you can see, it wasn't really very dark, so I added about another teaspoon of browning. Now all I'm doing now is just adding some spinners in. Now this is just literally flour, salt and water mixed into a dough, and just literally roll it in the palm of your hand and put it in the pot. Now I added about half a tin of chopped tomatoes there. And I'm also gonna add about half a tin of coconut milk. Now this is roughly about, I'd say about 150 to 200 mils of coconut milk. I like to use the coconut milk because I find that it gives the dish such a rich flavor. The flavors just literally come together with the coconut milk. And I'm also going to add in a little bit of thyme. Now I went ahead and changed the pot, because this pot, it was just making my stuff burn, and yeah, that cannot work up in a Shell's kitchen. Yes, I added in my butter beans. Now all this took place about 5 minutes before I was going to turn my cooker off. So once I transferred it to the pot, this is a non-stick pot, so I know it's not going to burn. What I did was just crank the heat up just to reduce this a little bit to form a nice gravy. Now I'm not going to let it reduce too much, because say people love off the oxtail gravy, and I me say oxtail gravy me up. Well, in this instance is oxtail, cow skin and chicken foot gravy me up. And there you have it, guys. My oxtail link with cow skin link up with chicken foot, and I serve this, of course, this is my Sunday dinner with some rice and peas, a side salad and some fried plantain. Now when I tell you that this dish will give you the itis. This dish will definitely give the itis when you finish eating it, because it's heavy. Listen, make belly full, but just enjoy. We certainly did. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for me. Share this video if you can. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, to aim high, work hard but smart, because the sky's the limit and only you can limit yourself. Catch you in the next video, guys. Bye.